is sponsored by Don't Look at the Demon.
We moved in here around 6 months ago. Some pretty weird stuff started happening. We heard the skeleton crew was coming over to Asia, and we desperately need your help.
This is it. It's a nice place. Where's the welcome wagon?
This is my cameraman, Wolf, and Ben, cameraman. The real geniuses behind the skeleton crew.
If something turns up, we'll get it on tape. Did you touch him?
No.
Go. To the right.
We've done haunted houses before, possessions, exorcisms, you name it. This is the first time in the history of the show that we've ever come close to actually proving the existence of the paranormal.
Ben? Oh, shit. You scared the hell out of me, man. You okay?
He's having a seizure!
It's a man in my dream!
Last night, we had so much
Hey everyone, my name is Gwen, and today I have yet another Marvel story for you. Today we're talking about a supervillain from the Marvel multiverse. He has been highly discussed as of late. It's none other than Mephisto, a character or a demon that has caused much suffering to some of our favorite Marvel characters. But before we continue, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and comment down below if you like these kinds of videos. And we love when you request for us to make videos on your favorite characters, so go ahead and drop a comment down below. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, and without further ado, let's hit into it. In comic book canon, Wanda's two sons, Tommy and Billy, were the product of a no more nefarious plan hatched by Mephisto. So when Tommy and Billy showed up in WandaVision, it was no wonder everyone thought Mephisto would follow, but he did not. Fans also wondered if Mephisto would show up in Loki, based on both a blink and you'll miss it cameo of a devilish figure on a stained glass window in episode 1, and his history with Loki in the comic books. But unfortunately, yet again, he did not show. But let us not forget that Marvel is a studio that uses "it's all connected" as a tagline, hiding Easter eggs in one project and having them show up in another or foreshadow a future project. So I am not surprised if Mephisto is going to come up soon. Mephisto is a fictional character who first appears in The Silver Surfer issue 3. Mephisto is based on Mephistopheles, a devil-like character from the Faust legends, who is often referred to as Mephisto. Mephisto is an extra-dimensional demon who rules over a fiery pocket dimension that he calls Hell or Hades. So Mephisto's appearance is that of a traditional visual depiction of the devil, though we don't know if that's his true form or if he's adopted that form to look like the devil. Mephisto has allowed people to believe him to be Satan. However, Mephisto is not Lucifer. Mephisto's domain is inhabited by himself, by lesser demons who serve him, and by the astral forms of deceased human beings who've been trapped in the bodies of demons. These demonic bodies imprisoning human spirits have been magically altered to resemble the deceased mortal human forms. Mephisto is continuously seeking to add more spirits of sentient beings to his realm by basically persuading living sentient beings to submit their will to his. He is primarily looking to enslave human beings, but will also go for extraterrestrials on Earth as well. So luckily for Peter Quill, who is both human and extraterrestrial, he is not currently on Earth. Mephisto's soul was used by the Scarlet Witch to essentially give birth to Tommy and Billy. He later reabsorbed them, essentially ending their existence. Wanda then reanimated her deceased mentor, Agatha Harkness, through whom she casted a spell in order to make her forget her children to ease her pain. They were later reborn as Speed and Wiccan. According to Marvel's story, Mephisto, in the form of a snake, tricked Adam and Eve into eating the fruit of the tree of knowledge, ensuring their banishment from the biblical Garden of Eden. Taking on the form of a snake yet again, Mephisto appeared before a young man who belonged to a tribe of mammoth-riding early humans. His tribe was unfortunately slaughtered by a Wendigo, and no, not the kind from The Witcher. Mephisto offered the man the power to avenge his people in exchange for guessing his name, and bonded him to the spirit of vengeance, making him the first Ghost Rider. Mephisto also attempted to corrupt Fan Fei, an exile from the city of Kunlun, who possessed the power of the Iron Fist. Fan Fei rejected his suggestion that she use her power to conquer the world, and Mephisto vengefully assisted the Gorgilla clan of man-apes in their war against Fan Fei and her followers, giving the Ape King the Power Stone. When Iron Man was displaced a million years into the past, Mephisto tried to manipulate Tony into a deal, first by sending him gifts, and second by sending the Ape King and other monsters to attack him. Tony refused Mephisto's offers and fought off all the monsters, eventually returning to present day. In an attempt to defeat the Avengers, Mephisto even convinced a young Thanos to attack the Avengers. Honestly, Mephisto's existence in the Marvel Universe has influenced so many characters, so it's actually quite surprising that he is yet to show up in the MCU. Maybe Mephisto could be pitted up against the likes of Thanos. What do you think? What's even more surprising is that all of his behind-the-scenes masterminding goes unseen by everyone and is not in anyone's field of vision at all. So he sets up all of these amazing schemes for so many of our favorite characters, and they are not seeing it on their villain radar. Hello, is it broken? So why does he do this? What is the reason behind all of his schemes? Well, let's find out. At some point, Mephisto peered into his own destiny and saw that one day he manages to raise his vanquished kingdom to Earth, only to be defeated by Spider-Man or Spider-Man's daughter. So with that being said, he was tormented by the possibility of his own downfall, and thus he hatched all of these plans to ensure that it doesn't happen. Wow, talk about planning for the future. He began traveling to various universes and went to any point in time that he chose. There he began implementing his big plan to erase Spider-Man, and he started trying to enslave more souls to get more power. Mephisto has tried timelessly to capture the soul and break the will of one Norrin Rad. Yes, the Silver Surfer. In his efforts, he has kidnapped Norrin's lover, Shalabal, about 4 times and used her to force the Surfer to do his bidding and give up his soul. Besides that, Dr. Doom's mother, Cynthia Von Doom, also has dealings with Mephisto to punish the Baron and his men for constant persecution. Johnny Blaze, the Daredevil known as Ghost Rider, once made a pact with Mephisto, exchanging his soul so that Mephisto would save his stepfather, Crash Simpson, from dying of cancer. Mephisto also tried to make a deal with Norman Osborn to make his financial status in life a little more successful in exchange for the soul of his firstborn. Harry! Run! That's no good. Mephisto also saved Darkoth from an explosion by transporting him to his realm and then sent him against Thor. As one of the great Marvel villains, Mephisto is immortal and quite possibly the smartest of them alive. He's known for his strength, speed, stamina, durability, healing abilities, manipulation, shape-shifting, and more. For me, he seems good at basically everything, and I'm trying to think of who would be a good match against him. Let me know who you think down below, and I'll let you know who I think. There's a name that comes to mind, because for me, I feel like it has to be someone who's equally as tricky, schemy, and devious. And so the name that comes to mind for me is Loki, but maybe not your ordinary Loki. I'm thinking Sylvie? Maybe. Let me know if you agree down below. And of course, let us not forget Mephisto's most special skill, Mystical Deal. Through a Faustian bargain, Mephisto is able to fulfill any wish someone wants in exchange for something that they have. Usually it's their soul, so yikes. Once the agreement is sealed, it is virtually impossible for the victim to escape. Mephisto can then use this deal to keep his victims always under his control, being able to even prevent them from remembering they made a deal with him in the first place. It appears that only Mephisto himself can fully undo a deal with his victim. It is unclear whether anyone can break free from his deal on their own. Mephisto's powers are linked to his extra-dimensional realm, and his powers rapidly decrease the longer that he is away from it. obviously being his biggest weakness. Mephisto is also unable to force the subjugation of any sentient being's will to his own without that being's deliberate submission. So Marvel Studios, please hear my plea. We've simply got to see Mephisto on our screen soon. Don't you guys agree? You could take my soul as a deal. No, don't do that. Just kidding. And that brings us to the end of our video. Have you guys caught up with all of our latest videos? If you haven't, click here to watch more Southeast Asian horror stories and myths. And as always, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell to stay updated to all of our latest videos. And remember, don't look at the demon. I'll see you guys next time. Bye!